Speak Up English, the key to success.
Hey Linda, how's it going?
Hey John. I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain. Just trying to survive another Monday, you know?
I hear you. Mondays are tough cookies. So, what's on the agenda for today?
Not much, just the usual grind. What about you?
Oh, the usual stuff. Work, errands, and trying to squeeze in some Netflix time.
Ah, the eternal struggle of adulting.
Totally. But hey, speaking of Netflix, have you watched any good shows lately?
Actually, I just finished binge watching Stranger Things. It's addictive.
Oh, I love Stranger Things. Those kids are so talented. Have you seen any other good series?
Yeah, I've been hooked on The Crown lately. It's like a royal soap opera.
Oh, nice choice. I've heard great things about it. I might have to add it to my watch list.
Definitely worth it. So, any exciting plans for the weekend?
Not really, just catching up on sleep and hanging out with friends. How about you?
Same here. Maybe a little bit of hiking if the weather cooperates.
Sounds like a plan. Nothing like some fresh air to recharge the batteries.
Absolutely. Well, it's been great catching up, Linda. Let's do this again soon. Definitely, John. Take care.
You too, bye.
Hey Linda, I've been thinking about something lately.
Oh. What's on your mind?
I've been wanting to improve my everyday English conversation skills. You know, just to feel more confident in casual chats.
That's a great idea, John. There are so many ways to practice. Have you tried language exchange meetups or online forums?
I haven't, but that sounds like a good place to start. Do you have any recommendations?
Sure. There are some great language exchange apps where you can connect with native speakers and practice your conversation skills. It's a fun and interactive way to learn.
Awesome, I'll definitely check those out. Do you have any favorite apps or websites?
Yeah, I've used Tandem and HelloTalk before. They're both user-friendly and have a wide range of language partners.
Thanks, Linda. I'll give them a try. Any other tips for improving English conversation?
Well, watching English movies and TV shows with subtitles can also help. It exposes you to natural conversations and everyday expressions.
That's a good point. I'll make sure to add that to my practice routine. Thanks for the advice, Linda.
No problem, John. Just remember to practice regularly and be patient with yourself. It takes time, but you'll see improvement.
Will do. Thanks again, Linda. I appreciate it.
Anytime, John. Happy practicing.
Hey Linda, I've been thinking about something lately.
Oh, what's on your mind?
I've been wanting to improve my everyday English conversation skills. You know, just to feel more confident in casual chats.
That's fantastic, John. There are plenty of ways to work on that. Have you considered joining conversation clubs or language exchange groups?
No, I haven't thought about that. How does it work?
Well, conversation clubs are usually informal gatherings where people come together to practice speaking English. They often have different topics each week and provide a supportive environment for learners.
That sounds interesting. Do you know of any nearby clubs?
I do. There's one at the community center downtown that meets every Tuesday evening. It's a mix of native speakers and learners like us.
That sounds perfect. I'll make sure to check it out next week. Thanks for the tip, Linda.
Of course, John. Also, don't forget about online resources. There are tons of websites and apps designed specifically for language learners.
That's true. I've heard about language exchange apps where you can chat with native speakers from around the world.
Exactly. It's a great way to practice speaking and learn about different cultures at the same time.
I'll definitely give those a try. Thanks for all the suggestions, Linda. I really appreciate it.
No problem, John. Just remember, practice makes perfect.
Thanks, Linda. I'll keep that in mind. Let's work on our English together. Hey Linda, do you remember that trip we took to the beach last summer?
Of course, John. It was so much fun. What about it?
Well, I was thinking about our stay at that hotel near the beach. It got me thinking about English conversations you might have at a hotel.
Ah, yes. Checking in, ordering room service, asking for directions. There's a lot of English involved in staying at a hotel.
Exactly. I remember when we checked in, the receptionist asked for our reservation and then gave us our room keys.
Yeah, and if we needed anything, like extra towels or pillows, we just had to call housekeeping.
Right. And remember when we went down to the hotel restaurant? We had to order our food in English.
That was a bit nerve-wracking at first, but it turned out fine. It's a good way to practice English in real-life situations.
Definitely. And sometimes, we needed to ask the hotel staff for recommendations on places to visit or activities to do around the area.
Oh, and let's not forget about asking for the Wi-Fi password. That's essential nowadays.
Haha, absolutely. Can't survive without Wi-Fi. But yeah, staying at a hotel really does provide a lot of opportunities to practice English.
It does. And it's great to see how much we've improved since then. Who knew a vacation could be so educational?
True. Well, I guess it's time to plan our next trip and put our English skills to the test again. Hey Linda, do you remember how we navigated through the hotel during our last trip?
Oh, yes. It was like a little adventure every time we explored a new floor or area of the hotel.
And do you recall the English signs we saw around the hotel? They were so helpful in finding our way to the pool, gym, and other facilities.
Definitely. Those signs were like our guides, showing us where everything was located. It's amazing how much you can learn just by reading signs and labels.
Absolutely. And speaking of learning, I remember how we interacted with the hotel staff. They were so patient and understanding whenever we needed assistance or had questions.
That's true. Whether it was asking for directions, requesting maintenance for our room, or even just engaging in small talk with the staff, it all helped us practice our English skills.
And don't forget about our interactions with other guests at the hotel. We met people from different countries and backgrounds. And English was the common language we used to communicate with them.
Oh, yes. Conversing with fellow travelers was such a rewarding experience. It really showed us the importance of being able to communicate effectively in English, especially in diverse settings like hotels.
Exactly. It's moments like those that make me appreciate how valuable English speaking practice can be, even in the most unexpected places.
Absolutely. Well, I'm already looking forward to our next adventure and the opportunity to immerse ourselves in more English conversations.
Me too, Linda. Our hotel stays are not just about relaxation, they're also about learning and growing as English speakers. Hey Linda, do you remember how we navigated through the hotel during our last trip?
Oh, yes. It was like a little adventure every time we explored a new floor or area of the hotel.
And do you recall the English signs we saw around the hotel? They were so helpful in finding our way to the pool, gym, and other facilities.
Definitely. Those signs were like our guides, showing us where everything was located. It's amazing how much you can learn just by reading signs and labels.
Absolutely. And speaking of learning, I remember how we interacted with the hotel staff. They were so patient and understanding whenever we needed assistance or had questions.
That's true. Whether it was asking for directions, requesting maintenance for our room, or even just engaging in small talk with the staff, it all helped us practice our English skills.
And don't forget about our interactions with other guests at the hotel. We met people from different countries and backgrounds. And English was the common language we used to communicate with them.
Oh, yes. Conversing with fellow travelers was such a rewarding experience. It really showed us the importance of being able to communicate effectively in English, especially in diverse settings like hotels.
Exactly. It's moments like those that make me appreciate how valuable English speaking practice can be, even in the most unexpected places.
Absolutely. Well, I'm already looking forward to our next adventure and the opportunity to immerse ourselves in more English conversations.
Me too, Linda. Our hotel stays are not just about relaxation, they're also about learning and growing as English speakers. Hey Linda, do you fancy grabbing a bite to eat at that new restaurant down the street?
Sure, John. I've heard great things about it. Plus, it'll give us a chance to practice our English in a real-world setting.
Exactly. Restaurants are perfect places to brush up on our language skills. Ordering food, asking questions about the menu, and engaging with the staff, all great opportunities.
Definitely. And it's not just about speaking, it's also about understanding different accents and expressions. It's like a mini English lesson with every meal.
Absolutely. Remember that time we ordered something adventurous from the menu, and it turned out to be a surprise?
Oh, yes. That dish was definitely out of our comfort zone, but it was a fun experience nonetheless. We learned some new vocabulary along the way.
And let's not forget the humor we shared when we tried to pronounce some of the menu items. It was a good laugh, and laughter is always a great way to bond and learn together.
Absolutely. English at the restaurant isn't just about food. It's about the entire experience, good company, good conversation, and good food, of course.
Couldn't agree more, Linda. Well, shall we head to the restaurant and embark on another English adventure?
Absolutely, John. Let's go explore and savor the flavors of English language learning together.
So, Linda, what's your strategy for practicing English at the restaurant?
Well, first off, I like to review some common phrases we might use, like, "Can I see the menu, please?" or "Could you recommend a dish?"
That's smart. It helps to have those phrases ready so we can jump right into conversation without feeling nervous.
Exactly. And I try to pay attention to how native speakers pronounce certain words or phrases. It helps me improve my pronunciation and sound more natural.
I do the same thing. Sometimes I even jot down new words or expressions I hear, so I can look them up later and add them to my vocabulary.
That's a great idea. And you know what else? Engaging with the waitstaff and asking them questions about the food or the restaurant culture can lead to some interesting conversations.
Absolutely. It's not just about ordering food, it's about connecting with people and learning from them too.
Andy, hey, if we make a mistake or stumble over our words, it's all part of the learning process. We shouldn't be afraid to make errors. It's how we grow.
Totally agree, Linda. Learning a language is all about taking risks and stepping out of our comfort zones.
Well said, John. So, shall we put our English skills to the test and head to the restaurant?
Absolutely, Linda. Let's go feast on some delicious food and language learning opportunities. Ah, this place looks great, Linda. Shall we grab a table?
Definitely, John. Let's find a cozy spot by the window.
So, Linda, what do you feel like ordering today?
I'm in the mood for something light. Maybe a salad or a sandwich.
Sounds good. I might go for a pasta dish. Oh, look, here comes the waiter.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our restaurant. Can I start you off with some drinks?
Yes, please. I'll have a glass of water with lemon, please.
And I'll have an iced tea, please, with a slice of lemon as well.
So, Linda, while we wait for our drinks, do you have any tips for ordering food in English?
Sure, John. It's always good to be polite and clear when ordering. You can start by saying I'd like. Or could I please have?
Oh, got it. Politeness goes a long way, especially when communicating in a new language.
Exactly. And don't hesitate to ask questions if you're unsure about something on the menu. It's better to clarify than to end up with a dish you don't enjoy.
That's true. It's all about effective communication. Thanks for the tips, Linda.
Anytime, John. Here comes our drinks.
We're ready, thank you. I'll have the spaghetti carbonara, please.
And I'll go with the Greek salad, please, with extra olives.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Linda. Fancy seeing you here at the library. What are you up to?
Hi, John. Just trying to find a good book to read. How about you?
Same here. I'm looking for some reference materials for my English class.
English class. I could use some help with my grammar too.
Well, you've come to the right place. The library is a goldmine for English resources.
Definitely. There are so many books and online databases available. It's overwhelming sometimes.
Tell me about it. But hey, I heard about this cool language learning app. It's like having a tutor in your pocket.
Really? That sounds interesting. What's it called?
It's called Duolingo. It's fun and interactive. Plus, you can practice anytime, anywhere.
Wow, I'll have to check it out. Thanks for the recommendation, John.
No problem, Linda. Oh, speaking of resources, have you heard about the language exchange program here at the library?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's where people can meet up to practice different languages. You can find someone who speaks English and exchange conversations with them.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I'll definitely look into it. It's a great way to improve speaking skills.
Absolutely. Plus, it's a chance to meet new people and learn about different cultures.
Count me in. Let's sign up together.
Sounds like a plan, Linda. We'll be fluent in no time. Hey, Linda, Did you manage to find any good books for your reading list?
Hey, John. Not yet, still browsing. By the way, have you seen those English conversation groups they have here?
Yeah, I have. They're fantastic for practicing speaking skills. I've been thinking of joining one myself.
That's a great idea. I'm all for it. I could use some practice speaking with others.
Absolutely. It's a comfortable environment to practice without feeling self-conscious.
And it's diverse too. You get to hear different accents and learn new phrases.
Exactly. Plus, it's a chance to share experiences and learn from each other.
Count me in, John. Let's give it a shot together.
Sounds like a plan, Linda. We'll ace those English conversations in no time. Linda, before we dive into the English conversation group, how about we grab a coffee?
Oh, absolutely. A little caffeine boost can't hurt. Do they have a coffee shop around here?
Yeah, there's one on the corner. Perfect spot to chat and plan our English conquest.
Haha, English conquest it is. I'll order my usual latte. What about you?
Americano for me. Simple and strong, just like our commitment to improving English.
Love it. Let's get our coffee and then brainstorm some topics for the conversation group.
Alright, Linda, here we are, armed with our caffeine and ready to conquer the English language.
Absolutely, John. So, about our English conversation group, how should we structure it?
I was thinking we could start with some icebreaker questions to get everyone comfortable speaking English. Then we could move on to discussing everyday topics like hobbies, travel, and maybe even some role-playing scenarios.
That sounds fantastic. Role-playing could really help people practice real-life situations in English. Plus, it'll be fun.
Exactly. And we could also incorporate some vocabulary and grammar exercises along the way to keep things educational yet enjoyable.
Brilliant idea, John. With your enthusiasm and my organization skills, this conversation group is going to be a hit.
Couldn't agree more, Linda. Let's make it engaging and interactive so everyone feels confident practicing their English skills.
Absolutely, John. Cheers to that.